Hello, everybody. In this video, I wanted to talk about the armors of Iron Man 3, also some more spoilers. But before, I'll just show you these posters. Tony, Iron Patriot, and Aldrich Killian, who founded AIM, it recently has been revealed. I really like this one above the Mandarin, and this one really caught my attention. I think we're getting our first look of Rescue, because the right side of the helmet, from our perspective, does not belong to Tony or Rhodes. It's not from the Iron Patriot armor either. Also, in the new trailer, this part called my attention. I think this is Rescue's helmet. Also, this part of the trailer reminds me of this image that is around the internet. I think it's fake, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I think this is also related with Rescue. Now we move to the armors. Here you can see the Hulkbuster armor concept. Also the Heartbreaker armor concept. Some LEGO Iron Man 3 sets have been revealed, and there is one called the Ultimate Showdown. It consists in Iron Man and the Mandarin with a boogie. Iron Man is wearing the Heartbreaker armor. This gives us some information of the final battle. This poster was revealed, and it shows some of the armors that Iron Man is going to wear. I'll name them from left to right and from the bottom to the top. There's the Heartbreaker armor, the Godkiller armor, the Stealth armor, the Hypervelocity Autonomous Personal Protector armor, Hydro armor, and the Deep Space armor. I just don't know what armor is this one. Also, in this part of the trailer, lots of armors appear. I'll name them from left to right. Stealth armor, Hypervelocity Autonomous Personal Protector armor, Deep Space armor, Heartbreaker armor. I'm not really sure. I think it is. This is the armor that I don't know. A ghost armor was also mentioned to appear, but I think that is the one in the right, and the blue and orange one. I think the big armor is not the Hulkbuster. If you can see, the knees, hands, and shape of the arc reactor are different. I think we're going to see more big armors aside from the Hulkbuster. In this scene, the armors are called by Tony to rescue him from an AIM base, mostly because he's wearing an AIM shirt. This is where Pepper appears in some trailers. These are some laboratories of AIM where they make super extremist soldiers. As I said, Aldrich Killian is the founder of AIM. I don't know how is this going to be linked with Captain America 2, because MODOK's supposed to appear in that movie. In the movie, Tony Stark wants to recreate the serum that created Captain America, and Maya Hansen helps him. The serum gets called Extremis, and is also considered a virus because it can only be handled by the 2.75% of the people. These people will be super soldiers. The rest will die. So Maya Hansen turns bad and gives the serum to the Mandarin and Aldrich Killian. They are both in the same team. That's kind of obvious. Killian is in that 2.75%. I don't know if the Mandarin is. I think he isn't. So what the Mandarin wants to do is make super soldiers. In this Lego set, you can see one of the extremist super soldiers, and probably James Badge Dale, who will play Eric Savin, aka Coldblood, will be one of them. This is the Malibu Mansion attack set. You can see Tony hanging from his house, but another person is wearing his suit. Who is this person? Pepper Potts. Every Lego superhero set has a comic. In this comic, the Mandarin attacks and Tony is going to fall to the sea, but Pepper Potts sees the Iron Man armor and puts it on and rescues Tony. That's a big spoiler. I don't think it will be exactly like that. Later, I'll say what I think is going to happen. It's actually confirmed that she will wear an armor to help Tony in the Malibu attack, and Tony destroys his armors so they don't fall in the Mandarin's hands. In this terrorist attack, I guess is the Chinese theater, Happy Hogan gets injured, and they send him to the hospital. Tony, after visiting Happy Hogan in the hospital, challenges Mandarin to a battle face to face. That's why the Mandarin attacks the Malibu mansion. That's his response to the challenge. This set also tells us that the War Machine armor will come back, and Aldrich Killian will get the extremist form, and that Iron Man and War Machine will chase Aldrich Killian in a boat. I also noticed that in the new trailer, Firepower appears. It is not confirmed that it's him. That's just me. but he's supposed to be played by Ashley Hamilton. Here you can see what appears to be Pepper throwing him to the ground. I don't know how, maybe she gets the extremist forms in the concentration camps. Moving back with firepower, there's always a lot of fire when he appears. Here we get another look. Or maybe this is just Tony jumping to get inside of one of his armors. Now my thoughts on the movie. After Happy Hogan's accident, Tony challenges the Mandarin face to face, and his response is the Malibu attack. Tony will try to defend himself, but cannot do it. It could happen like in the Lego comic, or Pepper could get the suit, rescue him, and then give the armor back to Tony, because in the trailer it shows that Tony wears the suit in the Malibu attack. Or she could get the rescue armor, rescue Tony, and then Tony gets his armor. Or maybe Pepper does not have anything to do, but it will be a good way to introduce rescuing someone. Anyways, Pepper gets kidnapped. Tony gets defeated and his house gets destroyed. He falls in the woods and then he gets kidnapped by AIM. Or maybe this kid repairs his armor, because it has also been mentioned, and rescues the president in Air Force One, and then that's when he falls into the woods and gets kidnapped. Anyways, Rose goes to rescue him, and goes to rescue Tony and Pepper without his suits. I don't know why. Maybe it was destroyed in Air Force One, or he could be a prisoner too. Yeah, and then Tony calls the armors that survived in his secret place of his mansion. It appears in the trailer, I forgot to say before. He also calls War Machine armor and rescue armor, maybe, and maybe Pepper Potts gets the extremist serum. So then they fight Firepower, Cold Blood, and Aldrich Killian. They destroy the AIM base, fight extremist soldiers made in the concentration camps, and then Iron Man finally fights the Mandarin with his Heartbreaker armor. On my last videos, I said that maybe his armor gets hacked by the Mandarin, but maybe in the first picture the armor is there because maybe Tony is having a nightmare and he's subconsciously calling it. The second picture could just be Pepper with the armor. I also don't know how Jenna Van Dyne is going to be in the movie. That was it. The movie comes the 3rd of May, or I think it comes before. I think it comes the 26th of April. Anyways, hit the like button. See ya.